You're listening to a CanadianMovieCrew.com production.
The Wizard is the story of three kids heading to a video game tournament in California. Or is it? Welcome back to the Or Is It Movie podcast, where we try to find the real story behind the story. I'm Sean Taylor.
I'm Tex.
And I'm Mark.
Today we're taking a look at 1989's The Wizard, starring Luke Edwards. You might know from Jeepers Creepers 2 or Little Big League if you watched it back in the day. Bo Bridges.
So no.
Yeah. Bo Bridges. Welcome to the show, Christian Slater.
Wow.
How has it taken this long to get Christian Slater on the show? Jenny Lewis, and of course, Fred Savage.
Yes.
Who was all over television and movies back in the late 80s, early 90s. This movie, childhood classic. I love this movie. As bad as it is, this was one of the first movies I saw in theaters. So... it is a guilty pleasure for me. Tex, you ever seen this before? I know we all saw the riff tracks recently, but before that, had you seen it?
I'd seen it, I think, maybe once or twice when I was a kid. I know I saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, it wasn't one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
So I didn't, like... I mean, by the time it finally came out, like we recently saw it with riff tracks, and by the time that came out, I barely remembered anything about this movie. So I think maybe I saw it like maybe once or twice.
Mark?
By December 15th, 1989, I had actually started my first job working at McDonald's and had earned enough money to get something you may have heard of called a Nintendo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, when this movie was hitting the theaters, which the town I lived in didn't have one, I was living this life. I was like Christian Slater in this. I was like the little kid. I was learning and playing these games like there was no tomorrow at the time that this came out. So no, I didn't see it in the theaters, never heard of it, because I was too busy playing the games that are in this movie.
You've never seen the movie before?
No, not until I'd heard of it. By the time I heard of it, I mean, games had taken off so much, and I wasn't interested in going back to see an old Fred Savage movie. You know what I mean? Like I watched the Wonder Years, stuff like that. And
this is smack dab in the middle of the Wonder Years. By the way.
which I watched on TV. Like that's my only exposure to Fred Savage and stuff like that. And then Christian Slater was in like everything else at the time. So there was no real big draw for me. And for me, it was like, well, I still have the Nintendo. I can go. You know what I mean? Like why watch it when at the time it was kind of that attitude. Why watch it when I can play it?
Well, why watch somebody play a game when you could play the game yourself?
There's a couple of ex-girlfriends I could. We're not going to ask about that. Anyway,
yeah.
Anyway, who say that they liked it? They were probably lying. No, but I mean, I didn't. It kind of got lost to time, and we recently just brought it up because of the riff tracks version. Mm-hmm. So that was my actual first. That I can remember anyway, actually sitting down and watching this thing end to end.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I know. Normally I go for this kind of thing, but it just was like, I heard
this was really the first video game movie.
Yeah, and I can see why.
This is the first one really based on video games. It's not based on a video game, but it's based on video games. Mm-hmm. If you don't count Tron, I guess, maybe.
Well.
When did Tron come out, though?
The 70s.
70, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think
80s.
this, but I mean,
but those were like fake games too.
True. This is actually based on a real.
Yeah, Tron was 1982, so I did have to look that up, but just to
that's close.
So they were conceptualizing it in the late 70s, but the stand-up arcades were huge, right?
Yeah.
This one takes that next leap because by I think it was 1988, was it when the first Nintendo came out? Nintendo Entertainment System?
86, I think.
86? Right. So anyway, a few years later, after Tron, is when we get the big push into the home market.
Well, it's the resurgence, because arcades had fallen out of fashion. Oh, no, they hadn't really fallen out of fashion.
No,
but
they didn't.
old consoles had fallen out of, like the Atari, the video game bust of Atari had already happened in, I think, 83.
Yeah, it burst on the bubble, and the arcades, because of the size of them, were able to do so much more. Mm-hmm. So they were taking over, and that's why you got movies like Tron and that, the idea of being inside one of these machines. So
yeah, kids, imagine a time when you had to go somewhere else to play a video game.
Yeah, when you couldn't just
pay for it.
Yeah.
And which you did willingly.
Willingly.
Oh, absolutely.
Eagerly.
Yeah. You go up to the creepy guy behind the counter, because there was always a creepy guy behind the counter.
Yep.
Exchange your $2 bill, your Canadian $2 bill for 8 quarters, your brown $2 Canadian bill.
Well, reddish,
brownish. And then you'd play video games, and it was nothing. It wasn't even Mortal Kombat at that point. It was Super Mario Brothers. It was Galaga. It was Pac-Man. Donkey Kong. Tex, take us through The Wizard.
All right, so our story begins with Jimmy walking down the road on his way to California. He gets picked up by the cops and brought to some psychiatric facility. His stepfather is clearly concerned about his autistic stepson and proves it by complaining about how much trouble he is. Corey gets in an argument with his father and brother and breaks Jimmy out of the facility he's in to bring him to California, even though he has no money. They meet up with Haley, some poor forgotten child that's been left at the bus stop, and the trio commences their...
I've never thought about it that way before. Oh my God. Some poor forgotten child who was left at the bus stop. Oh my God.
Wow.
Especially considering she lives in Reno. What the hell is she doing in Utah?
Mm-hmm.
She shot a man in Reno just to watch him die.
So she's been left at the bus stop, and the trio commences their journey to Los Angeles so Jimmy can win at Video Armageddon. While that's happening, Corey's parents get called in because Corey kidnapped Jimmy. A child bounty hunter named Putnam is called in to find Jimmy and Corey, and he and Corey's father commence an antagonistic dynamic that's going to be continued throughout the movie. In case you don't know it, or forget it, it continues to be funny. Anywho, the kids get robbed by the truckers that were giving them a ride, challenge people to play video games against Jimmy for money, and then get robbed once more. Corey gives a little bit of exposition about Jimmy's dead twin sister, and off they go to Reno. They get Spanky to gamble for them, win some money, and then hang out in a hotel playing video games. Haley calls Nintendo Incorporated for walkthroughs while we get a montage of Nintendo games. Putnam tries to kidnap Jimmy, but gets stopped by truckers, and Spanky brings the trio to Armageddon. Jimmy makes it to the second round of the tournament, and we're introduced to Super Mario Bros. 3. Tensions are high as we watch a game everyone is now familiar with, and Jimmy loses horribly. I'm kidding, of course he wins. And then on the way back, Jimmy wants to go to California, which turns out to be some kind of dinosaur display thing. He sneaks into one of the dinosaur structures and leaves his lunchbox full of his dead sister's stuff inside the display. Evidently, that was the whole point in the first place. The parents decide to magically agree to share custody of the children or get back together. Not sure. Anywho, one more shot of the kids riding in the back of the truck and roll credits.
Kind of cold near the end there, Tex. Jeez. Oh, he leaves his lunchbox with the pictures of his dead sister.
Well, sorry, but that's what
happens.
It
was. I know, but...
Like, it wasn't given enough validity throughout the entire fucking movie in the first place.
It was an afterthought.
No one really mentions this girl at all.
They mention her once in the beginning. Christian Slater drops her name, Jennifer.
Yeah.
He says he hasn't been the same since Jennifer.
Yeah.
And then you never hear about it till the end of the movie.
Well, you hear about it once when they're at the motel when he starts trying to connect with his father, says something about Jennifer again.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of exposition with Corey telling Haley about her.
Oh, right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, California, even though it's not California. But either way.
It is technically California.
It's kind of California, but we don't really know where they are in the first place when you think about it.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long they've been driving.
That dinosaur exhibit was actually a famous dinosaur exhibit. That it actually exists.
Well, I
And it
believe
is a roadside attraction.
I don't think that they had the budget to create that whole thing.
No. But they that dinosaur exhibit is actually a major plot point in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, okay.
It's like Dizzy the dinosaur or something like that. The T-Rexes, anyway.
Right.
So I remember at that time that dinosaur exhibit was kind of famous.
Is it actually in the state of California?
It's in the state of California. Since I was
sorry,
in Los Angeles.
California.
First off, gotta talk about Jimmy because he's not actually autistic.
He seems it.
He's not, though. That's the thing. And I looked it up, and the writers of the movie didn't want him to be autistic because Rain Man had come out the year previous.
Okay.
So they didn't want to have that associate. I mean, back in 1989, mental disorders were not as defined as they are these days, and I'm sure he would
and they
be
weren't as
autistic
understood
today. He's more just traumatized, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because after he drops off the pictures and after he gets to California, he seems fine.
So he kind of has like a form of PTSD.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, he's still
Because-
in shock and mourning, I guess, over his dead twin sister.
Yeah, like he does say California a lot, but he also says,
Hi.
he says hi and yeah, and he says, Corey, I don't want to quit. So he has full capabilities. He's just
Well, I'm not saying. Well,
yeah. No, I'm not saying you are, but I just I just want to make it clear that it's not really autism. It's borderline. It could be autism, I guess, maybe diagnosed today.
yeah.
But I think it's more PTSD, if anything else. Because he watched his twin sister die in the river.
Okay. Well, I just want to make it clear that I don't think that autism is that there's any type of mental like disability with autism because it's not.
Well, no, it's not. No, absolutely not. But either way, I mean,
Well,
it's
yeah,
just
it
it's
makes
just a
more
matter
sense.
of he's just really good at video games.
Yeah, the PTSD, and then that was his coping mechanism, I suppose.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it starts off right away, and I'm kind of like, a plane and a car to look for a missing kid? I mean, it was the 80s, so
It didn't happen
maybe they
as
took it
often.
more seriously, but
It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't happen as often.
yeah, they didn't have
Or at
Facebook.
least, well, here's the thing: without the internet, as far as we know, it didn't happen as often, right?
true. Yeah.
That's
That's
you
true.
don't hear about it as. Actually, if we could pause it, you said it starts right away. I got to be honest, Tex. I was kind of hoping for a Tex classic, eventually, because
Yeah.
that is one long ass. This is like he walked so long. He passed by David Banner sticking his thumb out on his weekly Hulk treks. You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, that walking, credit montage, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was like,
I like that this kid was walking to California and eventually, like, he didn't bring food,
water.
didn't bring water.
No.
Eventually, if they didn't find him, you just find a little tiny skeleton on the side of the road.
Yeah, with a backpack on.
with a
Yeah.
backpack and a lunchbox, like-
Yeah.
Exactly.
Creepy thought, but yeah.
And I love too how the sheriff pulls him over and he goes, "Okay, so what am I supposed to do with him?" I'm like, "Okay, you don't know, but all right."
Yeah. How about bring him back to the sheriff's office?
Yeah, but the dispatcher says, "Bring him back to his mom's place. She's remarried." Which, why would the dispatcher say that? But whatever. She lives on the south side of town. No address.
No,
No.
Just the south side. Just drive to
about
the
the
south
fact-
side and drop him off, and
How about the
somebody will pick him up.
How about the fact that nobody seems to care about this kid at all?
except
No
the,
one is concerned about this kid at all. Like,
except for the bounty hunter, who I think cares way too much.
well, yeah, no, but I'm just talking about like the first 10, based on how long he walks. The first 10, 15 minutes of this movie, because the sheriff or whatever that comes to get him doesn't seem all that concerned about him. He's not like, Jimmy, are you okay? Anything else? Just, where do you think you're going? And no, you're not going to California. Come on up, get up in this truck here.
Yeah.
And whatever. And he's just like, now what am I supposed to do with him? Like, he's so put out to do his fucking job.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, you've got...
Yeah, wait, are you saying that there are some massive drug dealers he could be taking down in fuck your ass middle of nowhere, Utah?
No, actually what I'm saying is that he's pissed off that he broke into his eating donuts on the side of the road waiting for speeders that don't drive by. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
When to your point, I mean, this is 1989, middle of nowhere America. The least he could have done was offer him a beer.
Yeah.
Because,
realistically.
This is back when seat belts were still a suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know.
Yeah, remember driving down on your vacation in the back window?
Yes, looking at where you've been. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew where I was from.
Good times. So this kid's run off a few times, and all he ever says is California.
Well, walked.
Yeah, sorry. He walked
They
off.
call him runaways, but he ain't running nowhere.
Yeah, he ain't running nowhere.
That opening would have been half as long, you know?
Yeah. But on slow motion.
Until he caught up to the camera, you know?
Chariots of Fire. You go, da-da-da-da. So, does the psychologist never think to ask the parents if California means anything to the kid?
Yeah, and why doesn't anyone fucking remember?
Yeah.
Like, even when they go to the dinosaur park and Corey shows them the picture, and he's like, this is where we were, everybody looks at the picture like, huh.
Oh, picture says we were here. I guess that's true.
Yeah. We don't know how long ago it's been since Jennifer died.
Not that long.
Because
The
it
kid's
doesn't.
young.
Yeah, well, I know that, but like it doesn't actually say like how long it's been or whatever.
Yeah.
So feasibly, it's been maybe a year since they've been to this, and they didn't even like as they're driving by it, they don't go, "Oh, hey, we went there once." Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing, yeah. Or
no.
or just saying California. I mean, they're from where? Utah?
Utah.
Yeah, so a trip to California would
It
kind
would
of
be a
stick
pretty
out.
big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what? Okay.
I was in Nevada 3 years ago. I didn't forget that I've been to Nevada. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
I know, exactly.
trips like that tend to stick out. And yeah, so you're right. No one makes the distinction or the connection.
Yeah, I was in Nova Scotia like 10 years ago. I still remember being
Oh,
there.
you go. Good for you. That's yeah.
I mean, like, that's not even as far as California is from Utah, and I still remember being there.
Yeah, yeah. It's stupid.
And in the so all the parents meet when the kids take off in the back of a Hostess truck. You know, because the guy doesn't check his fucking deliveries, I guess.
Wait, sorry. I
He
apologize.
breaks out of the minimum security child psychology building.
Yeah, can we talk about that for just a second?
Yeah.
Again, I just admitted that I played a lot of video games back then. That didn't give my parents cause to lock me away. You know what I mean? Like,
You know what?
Well, he wasn't
Honestly,
playing video games at home. He was just running away. So
Yeah.
they locked him up so that he wouldn't run away.
yeah, I think honestly, in this case, that we're supposed to assume that Jimmy has never seen a video game before.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Oh,
yeah.
you know what? 'Cause
That when he puts him in front of Double Dragon, that's the very first time Jimmy's ever seen it.
Oh,
and that's why the big deal is like 50,000. You got 50,000 on Double Dragon, whatever.
you can get 50,000 on Double Dragon.
We'll get to that in a
Yeah.
second.
Okay.
You can punch and kick and knee your way to to glory. in that
Okay.
game.
Well. Calm down.
We'll get to it. Trust me.
no, but
All right,
So your
but-
point is though that that's the first time he's ever seen a video game, and he gets 50,000 points.
And
So it's
that's why he's called the Wizard in the first place, because he's just amazing at video games right from the beginning.
okay. See, the reason why that confused me was because of Slater's character.
Because he has a Nintendo.
And brings it with him on a road trip to go find his missing brother. He's like, well, I can't leave without this. Like, that's essential packing. So I thought that the kid had been exposed to it because his brother was an
No,
avid
because that
fan.
was Corey's.
No,
Yeah.
they're in the same house. So
Yeah, but they hadn't been there for a while.
Yeah, don't forget, little Jimmy didn't live with Corey. And
well, I didn't know how long he'd been locked up.
Well, because since the
but
divorce,
he's been living with the mother.
Yeah, Jimmy lives with the mother.
Oh, Jimmy lives with the mother, and right. Okay, so
Yeah, because Jimmy is a half brother.
Yeah.
well, no, but it's stuff like this that confused me. I mean, having been basically that kid at that time, shared custody was more common, where you keep the kids together, but they're hopping back and forth. So I thought that through Christian Slater, he'd already played all these games and was good at them, but he kept running away. So he goes and does his stretch in the clink, and and then his brother comes in a la Prison Break, although it doesn't take as long and a lot fewer tattoos, none.
Yeah.
And busts him out, right? Because that's the whole plot of Prison Break. So that's why I thought that he had been exposed to, but he was just insanely good at it. But I thought he'd seen them before.
No,
that he
I was
just
under the impression it was the first time
he was just
ever took,
picking.
so.
Yeah.
So just before we get on to the actual travel of it, a few things. So the kids take off, and the stepfather says, "Well, we have to get Jimmy back. We're hiring a guy to get Jimmy." And Bo Bridges says, "And Corey, right?" He says, "Well, Corey wants to run away.
Yeah.
Jimmy wants to run away."
Yeah.
They both want to run away for different reasons, but they both want to run away.
Yeah.
So you can't not get Corey because he wants to run away. You're just saying that he's not my son, so fuck him.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying, you fucking prick. In front of the mother.
Meanwhile, he doesn't give a shit about. He doesn't seem to give a shit about his own stepson anyway.
No, absolutely not. He says, "Oh, this kid who I'm apparently responsible for."
Yeah.
Holy shit, motherfucker! Oh my god, you're an asshole.
Oh, come on, it's a movie. All dads are bumbling idiots, and all stepdads are evil.
That's true.
Up until a certain year, that was the case, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stepmoms are kind.
Then they moved that to TV
Sometimes.
with Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that didn't help dads much.
No, it really didn't.
Neither did Peter Griffin.
And then so they decide. So Putnam goes out, and he's the villain because he's going to bring the kids back, which is a good thing.
Yeah, he's been hired.
But he's only doing it for the money, which makes him the villain.
Yes.
But they want to win the video game tournament for the money, which makes them the heroes.
Yep.
Okay.
So so now some of that money they need to give to the guy who was supposed to bring them back from winning the money.
Yes.
The parents were going to give him money to stop them from making money. So the bounty hunter's the only one winning.
Yeah.
If they get the 50 grand, they also lost whatever the bounty was. We don't know how much do we?
No.
What was the price on that kid's head?
I don't know.
What did Jabba the Hutt put on him?
What was the price for Wanted Dead or Alive?
Can I call him Greedo, by the way? I'm going to call him because he's greedy and he's a bounty hunter. I'm calling him Greedo.
Call him Jason Alexander. That's what it looks like. No, but then Bo Bridges says,
kid, Jerry.
Bo Bridges is like, we better stop by the house and pick up a change of clothes.
And my Nintendo.
Why would you want to stop? You're just starting the search for the kid who basically ran away. You don't know it's going to be a multi-day search.
That's true.
Yeah,
so why are you assuming you need a change of clothes?
Yeah, you could get
unless you just shit your pants and you need a change of clothes now. You know what I mean?
That's the edited part where what my son run away. Uh-oh. Well, we better stop home, get a change of clothes, and then go look for him.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good point. That's one that I never thought
That is
of.
a good point because they could get like 20 minutes down the highway, movie over. Because he wasn't
Grand Theft Auto them. You run them over,
Although,
flip them over top of the car, and then pick them up, throw them in your car.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
How do they know that they got away in the hostess truck?
That I don't know.
Good question.
Okay.
Security cameras?
They rewound the VHS tape.
Yeah.
You can see here.
Yeah, maybe.
They had a guy standing outside with a big camcorder.
with a cloth on his shoulder because the camera heats up really quickly.
Yeah.
Because the huge ass battery you have to put on the back of it.
Not only that, then they're not exactly stealthy. Is there a camera in this room? Whirr. Yeah, I think there is, Bob. Whirr.
He sees,
Click.
He sees the camera and a big exclamation mark appears over his head. Ring! Out of Metal Gear, you know.
Nice video game reference. Sweet.
So we're on our trip to California.
California.
So much in this. I mean, it starts right away in the bus station. Thank you, the girl being dropped off. Like, what's she doing in Utah?
I don't know.
But whatever.
Maybe she was on her way to become a Mormon.
So they're playing. Okay, this.
Wait, sorry. One more thing.
Go ahead.
How does her $30-some bus ticket get her to Reno?
The 80s.
Yeah, when $36 gets you to the edge of the state.
Is it even the edge of the state?
I'm assuming it's the edge of the state.
I don't know anything about Utah.
Yeah, it gets you to another town in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. I've never thought about that.
Because the guy says in order to get to California is $200 and some.
Yeah. So you get to Nevada,
So-
you're looking at least $100.
Yeah. So how does her $30-some bus ticket get
Is she
her
hooking on the side?
Maybe she had plans to meet up with other truckers to get her along, because we all know
Maybe.
she knows lots of truckers.
Oh yeah, she knows the truckers. Yeah.
Actually,
They
you
got
know-
a code.
Yo, yeah, yeah. Beat up the kids and take their money. That's their code.
Yeah.
Actually, I think she was on the bus version of Standby. That's why she
okay.
was just hanging around. You know what I mean? She got the $30 ticket because someone canceled.
So they play Double Dragon.
Oh. Deep breath, Sean.
He's impressed that he gets 50,000 on Double Dragon. First off, he gets 50,000 in Double Dragon in the first 10 seconds, and 8 of those seconds is the beginning cutscene.
Oh, the infamous Double Dragon beginning cutscene.
Yeah, where the bully punches the girl in the stomach, hoists her over her shoulder, and walks away.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, well, it's the 80s.
Yeah.
I've never
No,
played it.
Double
No.
Dragon is awesome.
It was that, yeah, but that's what incenses you as the player,
I played Contra, I believe.
which is in this movie.
Yeah. First off, 50,000 is not hard to get in Double Dragon.
Oh,
You can get 50,000 by the second screen.
yeah. When you get that baseball bat,
maybe that's the big deal, is that he hasn't been playing it for very long at all. And when he pulls them away, because he's only been playing it for like maybe 30 seconds, and when he pulls them away, he's gotten 50,000.
No, that's not impressive. If he'd gotten like 500,000, that would be impressive.
Oh.
50,000
Well,
is
I don't know.
because they make the bet, okay, and they show the screen as Haley's playing it.
Yeah.
And you can see down at the bottom, she already has 25,000 points. Mm-hmm. So she gets about 25, let's say 30,000 points. By the time she's done playing, she goes, ha, beat that. So then Jimmy starts playing, and in the middle of his game, you can see down at the bottom, he's got 29,000 points. So he's basically already beaten Haley. And then he plays for a little bit more, and Corey says, ha, takes the ticket and runs off. But he's already beaten her.
Yeah.
Gah.
oh, the rest was
How
just.
about the fact where there's one point where it shows later on in the movie when he's playing, I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think it is.
Yeah.
And the score on the bottom is 500.
Actually, I spent many an afternoon and evening on Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles.
that fucking game.
I will say shout out to my stepmom who let me skip school one day
Uh-oh.
Oh,
due to, you know what, it was a stressful time, divorce, the whole thing. She figured I was stressed out and said, you know what, why don't you just stay at home today? I'll call it in. The school thinks you're sick. Okay. So, well, I hope that doesn't come back to bite me, by the way. You know,
Yeah, I don't think they're going to come back here 40
I'm sure
years.
My high school's calling, eh?
I'm sure the truant officer is going to call.
ah, finally!
He's that guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I got him!
Yeah.
I knew if I'd followed him for 30 years, I would
Yeah.
I'd figure out this case. No, but so I went to the corner store because they rented video games, and because I just got in the system not that long ago, and I only had a few games for it. But that store was like treasure trove.
Oh, God. Renting a video game was like
It was
looking
amazing.
into the
And 'cause
ark.
Yeah, because you're. I mean,
yeah.
You rent before you buy, right? Try it before you buy it, right? So I rented that game and I liked it because I was a huge Turtle fan. But fuck, that was a hard game.
It was a hard
500
game.
points. I believe that. I really believe that. That was a hard game to
I never made it
to
past
play.
level 3.
It was so, they made it so ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, it was unbelievably hard.
The Double Dragon one, I'm not buying. Turtles, yeah, I'll buy that.
Yeah, Turtles I'm buying.
No, I was just like, really? 500? But I've never played the game, so. Well, I played it like once.
I have the Turtles game at home right now, actually.
I believe that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, no.
And it's just as hard.
Yeah.
And I love, too, when they hustle the businessmen.
Yes, because that's what they do.
Yeah, because businessmen hang around arcade games.
And around truck stop arcade games.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell?
But I love afterwards when they're bragging about it and they're walking towards the junkyard where they're going to stay that night.
Yeah.
Corey turns and says, he smacked them, or he smaked them. He didn't, he smaked them. I'm like, the hell is smake?
Do you think they were trying to start a thing?
Were you trying to start like a link? Was it smoke them, but not?
New slang? Of some sort?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Smaked them. I don't know what a smaked them means, but.
And how much do they get off the business, guys? Like a couple $100 or something?
It's undisclosed.
Yeah, they just not enough to rent a room. Apparently, they're like, no, let's go stay in garbage.
This is the frustrating thing for me because the money count in this movie, because in the casino, when Spanky plays craps for the kids, he wins $400. Okay, Haley gives him 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, raw deal.
Yeah, really. So $390 covers their hotel.
Somehow
they have their hotel room in Reno.
Yeah.
All the video games they play, their meals, obviously.
Yeah.
Frivolous snack purchases, which we see Corey make.
Oh yeah.
And clothing
to the cigarette girl. Yeah, all kinds of clothing that says, and the seemingly 48-hour call to Nintendo Power hotline.
Oh, is that what it's called? Nintendo Power?
Yep. Which
I wasn't sure.
$2 for the first minute and 45 cents for each additional minute.
Yep. They were.
Damn.
It was the kid equivalent of a sex line.
Yeah.
They got you hooked.
There was no internet. If you got stuck in a video game, you had to call somebody and pay them to tell you how to get past it.
Or, yeah, if your buddies didn't know and you didn't know and they didn't publish it in Nintendo Power magazine.
Yeah.
Then there was a hotline where you can get tips and tricks on how to win. Yeah.
And charge your parents' phone bill up the ass.
Yeah.
For it.
There was a paid walkthrough. Like you paid somebody to walk you through. Yeah. Yeah. But
I got to tell you, when I saw that in the theater, that I could have a job at the Nintendo Power hotline in that call center, I wanted that job.
Absolutely.
I wanted that job. My job is to play video games all day and tell everyone else how much they suck? Yeah, I want that job.
And I love the Power Hotline, too, because you had to go to, like, Jeff, who was the Mario whiz, and then, Chet, who was the Double Dragon whiz, and then, but even so, all they had was, like, a binder. And they were looking through paperwork on it.
Yeah, it says here, press A. That not work? I don't know what to tell you.
I'll have to transfer you to my supervisor.
Yeah, let me transfer you.
He's actually played the game.
Yeah, let me transfer you to Metroid technical support.
Yeah. Where nowadays they would just send you a link to link.
Oh, God.
Oh. I smaked you.
I love the fight that Bo Bridges and Putnam get into. The first fight when they damage each other's cars.
Oh, the demolition derby in the middle of the street?
Yeah. I was just thinking, imagine what that would be like today with cell phone cameras, YouTube, and all the memes that would come out of it.
Oh, it'd be huge.
It'd be huge news. It'd be all over the internet. And secondly,
a million hits in the first hour.
I don't know if you noticed this. Putnam slams his knife into the tire and then pulls it out and uses it to threaten Bo Bridges with.
Mm-hmm.
He then gets in his car and drives away. Beau Bridges then takes the car to a garage, and the mechanic clearly pulls a screwdriver out of the tire.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
No, did not see that at all.
Yeah.
Huh. I was
like,
wondering what he was pulling out of the tire, but I never really paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
That's funny.
So.
And what the hell is going on here with the parents have hired the bounty hunter? Why is the bounty hunter threatening the hen that's feeding him?
Because it's not him that hired him.
Yeah, it was the
stepfather that hired him.
Yeah, but Greedo's got to know that this is the dad.
Yes.
That this is the other parent. Like, why isn't he working with him? Let's go find your son.
Well, because if he doesn't bring them in, like if Beau Bridges takes the kid's obviously going to go with Beau Bridges over this guy.
So if he doesn't bring, no pay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if he doesn't bring him in, he doesn't get paid. That's what he says.
Well, it's a good thing it's not like a dead or alive situation, too.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Greedo shot first.
I love it when they're overlooking the mountain range there. And it's like, hey, kids, the motorcycle gang taxi service you ordered is here to begin the traveling montage.
Yeah. Yeah, they get rolled by other kids and truckers, but bikers are good peeps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially back in the days of the Hells Angels, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, get on the back of bike. But I gotta say, I love the music in this movie. All that classic 80s rock, that Send Me an Angel, all the other stuff. Oh, I love the music in this movie. Love the soundtrack in this movie.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be played off for gags. That it was the bikers that really help him out. Like, good luck, man. All right, little dude, you know. And
Yeah,
stuff.
why didn't they just drive him all the way to California?
Maybe it wasn't their turf?
Or maybe they weren't going to California?
Well, maybe. But you'd think you're going to help kids. And not touch her breast.
God.
Oh, my God.
He touched my breast.
Okay, you know what? Before we mention that scene, how about the where he has just shown up to the, I don't know, poolside, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's saying to the girl, I'm looking for my son, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sees Corey walk by, grabs Corey, starts shaking him. And he's like, where's your brother? Blah, blah, blah. Where's your psycho brother? Whatever he says.
Yeah.
And freaking out. And the chick that he was just talking to actually has to interrupt him. Be like,
Like
Mister,
she doesn't even see what's going on.
I see that you're assulting this child here, but just to let you know,
And it's
your
1989, so that's okay.
who apparently is your son. So just to let you know, your other son is in there. Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Yeah, I know.
How the fuck? No one around them reacts to the fact that he's shaking the hell out of this kid.
1989. That's all I can say to that.
No, you can't say that. You cannot say that at all because
I was physically dragged out of grocery stores by my mom. So
okay. That granted that there were moments where, you know, people would just be like, oh, wow, that kid is overreacting or whatever. That's true. But if a guy just randomly walks up to you and starts shaking the fuck out of you, no, there are people that are going to look around and be like, what the hell are you doing?
you know what? I think the waitresses were sick and tired of being called babe and chick by Corey, acting all high and mighty after the big windfall in the casino.
Yeah.
Like you did to the micro cigarette girl that was selling licorice.
The child?
Yeah.
The child who should not be old enough to have a job in the first place?
Yeah, really.
You know what I'm like?
The hell kind of slave labor ring are they running in Reno
seriously.
in 89?
Like,
Yeah.
All right. Fine, whatever. And I love too when Putnam goes up to the older waitress in the casino. She's got on like a skimpy bathing suit type thing, and like she's got no pants on. She's got like the bottom of the bathing suit, like the open bras with the tits pushed together and up.
Yeah.
But it's the 80s, so she also has a jacket with shoulder pads,
Oh yeah.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
You know, because women in business need fucking shoulder pads in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Everything needed shoulder pads in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, it was all boobs and shoulders for this young lady. You know?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like,
Oh.
so the other part of what I was going to say though is like when she screams and then she says, "He touched my breasts." Okay. Yeah, I guess that's kind of funny, but at the same time, yeah. You've just accused someone of child molestation. So not so
1989?
funny. Yeah, not so funny, but at the same time, why couldn't she have just screamed, "He's trying to kidnap my brother"?
Yeah, she kind of goes. She's very feminist in this movie. Like she's very like the real
Yeah, but the wrong feminist.
yeah, like yeah,
Like
yeah, absolutely.
she's taking offense to the slightest comment
yeah.
ever.
Well, that dumb, stupid comparison that Corey makes is like, well, Zelda needs the Triforce, and you need a home. Same difference. She goes, that's sexist. I'm like, I'm gonna write that down. Tex, is that sexist?
No,
I didn't think so.
it doesn't make any sense, but
No,
it's not.
it's
sexist.
a really bad analogy, granted, and it is kind of insulting.
Definitely not romantic.
No.
But it's not sexist. I wouldn't have called it sexist.
Well, no, you're a kid that was left at a bus stop. You need a home. Male or female, you're a homeless child. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You need a home as much as Zelda needs the Triforce. Like it's
Well, that's the other thing because we have in this movie that we've seen a lot on Or Is It is kids who talk like adults, even though they have
Yeah.
no business to like.
and
I
these two have adult conversations.
I have this written down. Kids talk like adults. We have a smart mouth, sassy, take no nonsense redhead, kind of like a young Tex.
Ah,
Yeah. I can totally see Tex in this movie, but yeah, it's so weird. Like he's talking about, like he's the only one concerned about Jimmy going into a home at the beginning of the movie when they're having burnt casserole, I think it is. Then again, men can't cook.
no. Cue the laugh track.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're talking about, you know, I need a home, and you know, my mom had this gambling addiction. I'm like, whoa, where the fuck is that coming from? Mm-hmm. Like it's not said gambling addiction, but she had this problem, and that's how I knew about craps.
Yeah.
So obviously it's a gambling addiction. So it's kind of
And she
thrown
lived in Reno.
and she lived in
Yeah.
Reno. Yeah, exactly. So.
No, you're right. So they're having this adult conversation about their parents' issues and the trauma that their families have faced. Meanwhile, we have Beau Bridges having a sleepover with Christian Slater, staying up all night playing video games, behaving like children.
Yeah. No longer concerned about going after his sons, apparently. No.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that I've got the magic scroll or sword or whatever the
Magic
fuck.
scroll weapon at the end of level 3.
Yeah.
And like,
That was a great piece of acting because that's how my dad played Super Mario Brothers. Okay, and I'm just gonna run and jump over this guy and jerk the controller in a certain way because that helps it. You know.
oh,
Yeah,
I can't say anything. I still fucking do that.
I was just going to
I
say.
absolutely still do that. If I want to jump really high, I'm lifting the controller as I'm jumping.
My little sister was the same
Oh yeah,
way.
mine's interactive. Fucking- I'm the person that the Wii was created for.
Yes, absolutely.
think I saw
I
a
am.
video of you
I
playing
am the
video
type that the. Oh my god, you've seen me play video
I
games.
know that's why we have to get video of it.
Yeah,
I think I still have that video.
yeah. I am the person.
Yeah, search
oh my
drunk
god.
hamster ball on YouTube.
Oh, drunk hamster.
Drunk hamster ball. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeebus.
Hashtag drunk hamster ball.
Yeah, remember that. Yeah. I'm the
ya?
person that.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really do actually. And I remember watching the video too and being like, "Oh my god." Anyway, no, I'm the person that the Wii was created for.
Yeah.
Because I am the interactive video game player.
Yeah.
If I want you to jump to the right, my controller is going to the right as I do it, as if you need to be coaxed. Or I need to show you how it's done. Jump this way.
And kids, this is before the 6-axis, PlayStation controller. This was just a regular Nintendo controller that
Yeah.
had no. It just had
Just a
two
simple
buttons,
rectangle.
2 buttons, a directional pad, and a start and a select. That's it.
Yep.
Most of your games, you were scrolling from left to right.
Yep.
And I will second what you said, Tex. My sister, infamously, when she needed Mario to jump up and to the right onto a thing of blocks,
Yep.
the controller went up and to the right.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was always, up and over.
Oh,
With everything.
seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
I play video games like that. I absolutely play video games like that. If I'm attacking something, I'm hitting the thing, I'm hitting whatever button I need to a little bit harder because it's like, hit him. Like, oh, yeah.
And yet you don't have a Wii.
No,
Tragically.
I know.
You can send your Wii donations to,
CanadianMovieCrew@gmail.com. When they get to the drive-in scene.
Actually, so I need to stop you right here real
yeah.
quick because you did mention the soundtrack, and that brings us to our sponsor.
Oh,
okay.
excellent.
The New Kids on the Block, now featuring not one but 2 singles on the Wizard soundtrack.
Oh, really?
That's
Really?
right. That's right. You got it. The Right Stuff and Hangin' Tough from the album Hangin' Tough. New Kids on the Block. Buy our CD today. Make us relevant again.
There you go. Making a comeback.
Wait, when was Right
NKOTB?
Stuff playing?
I don't know.
No.
Probably during one of the video game montages.
Because I know there was one point where they were, when they're first in the cafe, just before they meet Lucas in the Power Glove.
Oh, my God. The Power Glove scene.
I know just before that, Hangin' Tough is playing in the background, and it's
Is it
actually
really?
Yes, it is, and that's
Oh,
the
wow.
first time that I've noticed that since I started watching the Riff Tracks version of The Wizard. That's the first time that I've noticed that, and I was like, oh my God, Hangin' Tough is playing in the background. That's amazing, but I never noticed The Right Stuff.
Now, it's possible that it actually wasn't in the movie. They did do that at the time to pad out an album,
Yeah,
so they could
just
sell
add
the
songs.
soundtrack.
Yeah,
So
that's true too.
since
Just
the new-
play it at the credits and
at the credits or something like that. And then also because they were still a young band, they want to push them, so they'll put 2 on this soundtrack and hope that the kids will go and
See,
buy
this
the album.
soundtrack should have been a double album.
A double LP?
A double album, like 2 cassettes.
Oh, those, yeah.
So you'd have one cassette with all of the songs from the movie.
Yes.
The second one started off with track 1. Dee 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 dee. You know, Zelda.
Yeah. Absolutely. That would be...
You know, from Turtles, you know. It's sad that I know those, but anyway.
Dun, 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 dun. Do the MIDI version of the opening?
Yeah. When we first get to the drive-in scene, I was like, oh my God, are they going back to 1885?
Wait, did you expect like the baby sister to start disappearing from the picture as the movie went on? And like once he gets to California, she was just like, she's just gone, and then they can move on with their lives. Like
Corey's hand starts disappearing, but in really bad CG.
You mean the Power Glove starts disappearing?
Let's talk about the Power Glove scene.
Oh, did you?
Wait, just before the drive-in scene, kids, those poles in the ground, that was for the speakers.
I wasn't there just to mark the parking.
Ask your parents.
I remember
Or
that.
grandparents.
So
at
this
point.
was the debut of the Power Glove. Nobody had ever seen the Power Glove before. This was brand new technology. It was a glove that let you play the games by moving your fingers and moving your hand. And Rad
there was
Racer
buttons
they
on
picked.
it.
Yeah. And they picked Rad Racer because that was one of the few games that actually fucking worked. And and yeah, Lucas was so bad. It was, but I love the line, hey, just keep your Power Glove off her, okay, pal?
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to do? Touch her breast? Come on.
Digitally.
Yeah, exactly.
I got 50,000 points.
Oh man.
Playing RBI baseball, get to first base, 50,000 points.
I pressed both A and B buttons, But she didn't tell me to press start.
Oh.
Yeah, Lucas. What are your thoughts on Lucas?
Oh my God, he killed me. He fucking killed, like, right from the
Come on,
start.
he was a dreamboat back
And-
then.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he totally was. Yeah, him and baby Tobey Maguire there.
Yes, Tobey Maguire and scene. Yes, you noticed him?
Oh, yeah.
The mullet that he had,
Oh, that was amazing.
the pink shirt, the hot pink shirt, and the
Oh,
mullet.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was all the rage.
No, I love the way that he's introduced, like he's fucking,
It's like a gunslinger.
yeah. Like, yeah. In the background, I'm like, what? Really? For being good at video games? Okay.
And he owns all 97 Nintendo games, which maybe was true at the time, but there's over 900 now in the total library.
Yeah, but at the time, I guess that'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I totally wanted his Converse shoes to have little spurs on them. Ka-chink, ka-chink. They need to, on that, they just have the saloon doors, like, just blow open.
Yeah.
As he walks in, and he's got his briefcase there, and
Yeah, the Halliburton briefcase with the power glove,
that's right. Yeah, exactly.
which you could get, by the way.
He literally need to stroll up to the bar and like, milk extra cold, and then just take a shot and slam the glass down. And
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
have some guy playing, like, it would be piano, but it'd be like a synthesizer since it was the 80s. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
And then ding, 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 stop. When as soon as Lucas enters.
I loved going back to the I touch her breast when Putnam is calling to get an address for Haley Brooks, which he finds out her last name is Brooks somehow that we never see. But he's on the phone. He's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for more like an address," and he's still on the phone. And he says, "I touch her breasts. She doesn't even have breasts." I'm like, I started thinking, what would that be like on the other end of the phone?
Oh my God, yeah.
He's like, okay, so you want a listing for Haley Brooks? Okay, let me see. I have 3 here, sir. An address? Sure, let me pull those up. I touched her breast. She doesn't even have breasts. What? Record?
Yeah.
Record the phone call?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Dial the police on
Well,
the
like,
other
'cause-
line?
Because the operator doesn't know that he's talking about a kid.
No, I know, but
But
still.
it's like, okay, well, it's so weird because I've been on the, I work in a call center. I've heard some shit over the
Oh, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
background of a phone call. So I was just
At the
my experience coming in that way.
At the very least, what we didn't see is that operator on the other side frantically waving her arms to call her supervisor over, or his supervisor. That, I don't know what to do.
Should I give him the address?
Oh, how about the fact that he can, like, he actually says that? Like, I was like, oh, really? Like, you don't need to.
Yeah,
You just don't. Like, you are an adult,
yeah,
and now you are talking about a child. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you want to be pissed off about she
lied,
she
essentially.
accused you of that. That's fine. Leave it at that.
yeah,
Yeah, the only thing you say is, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you don't bring anyone else's attention to the fact again. Just no.
Yeah, talking about them is not helping your case.
No. And
At all.
it's just, and it's not funny either.
1989.
Yeah, okay. How about the fact that it's 1989? 4 truckers converge on this guy.
Yep.
Spanky, who we've already established is basically, like some type of champion of Haley,
Yeah.
says, so you touched her breast, and the guy can walk afterwards?
That's true.
Yeah.
No,
valid point.
that guy's body is going to be found a few weeks later,
If,
picked
if
over
at
by
all.
vultures.
Yeah, they were on a cliff, so he would have been thrown off that cliff.
Yeah, but he would have been beaten to a pulp
Oh yeah,
before
yeah,
that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like, I was like, and then the next scene, you see him with a black eye. I'm like, really?
you got off light, buddy.
Yeah. Like, no. That
Yeah.
kind of trucker justice? I don't think so.
You ever
I look-
seen those movies where they bury a guy up to his neck in the desert?
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
in Nevada. There's plenty of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like
and he would
left-
be already dead
Yeah,
before he
left-
went into the hole.
Right. That's just for the vultures to have something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I love too when Spanky's driving them to California, and he's jerking the wheel back and forth.
Yeah.
in that movie driving.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Oh,
truck
yeah.
is going completely straight.
Well, of course.
You know,
Yeah.
of course. You know.
I love when people do that in movies when they're pretending to drive and they keep moving the wheel. It's like, that's not how you actually drive.
No.
Like, sometimes you move the wheel to make sure that you're still in the lane, but for the most part, you don't do that unless you're going around a corner. So
realistically,
why?
you've got one hand on the wheel, one arm out the window holding a cigarette, the other one is holding a Coke, and you're driving usually with your knees.
Yeah.
You know.
See, I drive safely and I don't do that, but
At least that's how we drive in Canada during the winter. No, I'm just.
Except it's a beer.
I love that the new dad is so much in a hurry to find the kids in Universal Studios when they make it to the brandly new opened Universal Studios in 1989.
yeah. That he goes and gets himself something to
He
eat.
gets something to eat and drink. He's got a big gulp.
Yeah. Say,
I love that.
Sweetie, I know you're worried about your son, but look at these prices. Wow. You mean you can't get a big gulp like this back home? I tell you what, I better just take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Sure, it's $6, but collector cup.
Yeah.
Mark?
What? So,
I've seen you at the movies during getting a Thora cup.
I've got a
or
question,
two.
actually.
Go ahead.
So how come when Lucas sees Putnam, he's like, hey, you in the black shirt, whatever, they're right there. How do you know?
You didn't hear it.
You didn't see it. He was with the father, not Putnam.
No. I caught this only in my last viewing.
Okay.
There's a really quick line when you see his car driving down the desert highway. He's on the phone to somebody. Or he's on the phone to the mother saying they're heading towards the video game tournament. I got this tip off this kid named Lucas.
Oh.
So he actually runs into Lucas off screen.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I thought for a long time, how the hell does he know? How the hell does Lucas and Putnam know each other? Mm-hmm. But then there's that dropped line that I found.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, I totally missed that.
He's been doing some good tracking because he's a bounty hunter.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he's sabotaging kids' games to get information from them.
Yeah, tilting a pinball machine.
I love the filming of during the tournament. One of the things that caught me was it's they keep going back and forth. You have Fred Savage and Haley there, and they're in the front row. Of course, they're going to be in front row,
right? Of course,
right? And the brothers made it, and he's on. So they cut back to they show the kid, the game, Fred and Haley. The kid, the game, Fred and Haley. The kid, the game, Fred and Haley. Parents magically behind him. Like it's like, like not there, there. Like just like all of a sudden they just keep filling in with more characters. Like, boink, like they just magically appear.
Well, before we get to there, I got to talk about my most favorite character in the entire movie, and that's the host of Video Armageddon.
Oh, this guy.
I love this guy. This guy was so crazy over the top. It was great. If I could go back and steal a role from one actor, it would be that guy.
Are you kidding? I wanted to be this guy hosting that event. I wanted to, you know what I mean? And if I could be as over the top as this guy, that's what I want to do for you can go work at Nintendo Power. I'm going to host Video Game Armageddon because if this guy could do
now
it.
that I've worked in a call center, I don't want to work at Nintendo Power. Last thing I need is some 14-year-old jerk off calling me gay over the phone.
Oh yeah, you can
Mind
just
you, he's
play.
paying $2.45 a minute for it, so who cares?
You can just play video games if you want that.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love he goes, ladies, gentlemen, children, animals. I just wanted to see like a dog sitting off to the side, you know. And then finally he reveals that I love it. He's like, he's never, because I'm watching it in the theater, and I take it back to little 8-year-old me back in 9-year-old me back in 1989. First week in the theater, I've seen this movie, and all of a sudden he says, you're going to play a game you've never, ever, ever played before. And I'm like, new game? New game? Oh my God, new game. Oh, a Double Dragon 2? Metroid 2 or something like that, and like Legend of Zelda 2, and I'm like, and then I remembered when the doors opened, and of course Jimmy makes it, and they make it through the whole King Kong thing. Bullshit.
Before you get there, I got to ask: did it ever enter your mind that there's a certain game that you're like, well, they'll never do a sequel to that?
No, I had no idea it was coming, and then all of a sudden it opens up, and he goes, they're gonna play Super Mario Brothers 3. movie and the thing and the like all the things and whatnot, I shit myself. I was so happy because this was December 15th, a little bit more than a week away from Christmas.
You're 10 days from Christmas.
No one knew about Super Mario Brothers 3. No one. It went on sale the Saturday after this movie was released.
Yeah, so it would
Really?
it would have debuted on the Friday.
Wow.
So they introduced the game that way, and then on the Saturday,
like a week before Christmas. I was like, oh. And I looked at my brother, and he's got the big wide eyes, and I looked at my mom, who's with us in the theater, and give her the big wide eyes, and she's like,
I bet pretty much every parent in that theater went, oh, fuck.
you can bet there was even
All the kids like lost their shit and the parents were like, oh, fuck you, Nintendo. Like,
I would almost guarantee that there was a few spit takes, both with soda and popcorn.
yeah.
From a parent going, what?
yeah.
Yeah, trust me. I was so hyped. And then you get to see the game being played. You get to hear the actual music from the game, and you get that great tip about the warp whistle that nobody would have known about unless because they put it because nobody went over the top. I mean, you did that in the first Super Mario Brothers,
Yeah.
and to get to the warp zones, but we didn't know that the whistle was because we didn't know that there was a whistle.
Well, that you didn't have the raccoon tail until
Didn't know there was going to be a
one.
raccoon tail.
Yeah.
that you could use to fly, which was brand new. You didn't know that the whistle was a warp whistle, and it gave you a first look at World 4, which is everybody's favorite world in Super Mario Brothers 3, which is Giant World, where all the enemies are huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mark, you're looking at me like you've never played the game, but you wanted like pretend like you're in on this.
No, I have. It's just been a while. That's all. So it's been a while. It's been too long.
Super Mario Brothers 3 is the single greatest game on the original Nintendo Entertainment System. It was copied so much by other video games like Tiny Toon Adventures and all these other games.
Oh, yeah.
Everything was like a Mario 3 clone.
Absolutely.
Like I remember the commercial where all the kids are standing around in different colored shirts yelling Mario, 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 and then all of a sudden it pans out and it's like a giant Mario face on North America.
No.
Texas looking at me blankly. You remember this, Mark? You remember this?
Yeah. He's on Mount Rushmore.
Oh, man. Super Mario Brothers 3 was the best. And when I saw it in this movie, I still get chills every time I watch that scene.
You know, I've never been able to finish it.
What?
Yeah.
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 That was the first game I actually beat.
It's been one of those things like, you just get so frustrated and then I lose interest, right? It's like banging my head against the wall. That's the way I was.
I've played it like 3 times.
We need to do a text play.
Yes.
It's Super Mario Brothers 3.
You'll have a corded controller that will not be manipulated by your arm movements yet.
It will not stop me from making them.
Exactly. Yeah. The best part.
And I love it too how and Corey and Haley are like throwing out tips to Jimmy.
Yeah,
Even though it's a brand new game?
designed the game.
Yeah, really.
Get the star, Jimmy.
The star makes sense because the star you have
Always
in the first
get the
one.
star.
True.
The star you have in the first one, so it makes sense that that's probably the better
But as soon
one,
as
the
he
best
finds
one
the-
you can get. But how do they even know that those things that are flashing there are there's a star and a friggin' flower and a mushroom? And how do you know?
Yeah.
Because you've never fucking seen the game before. And then, you got the warp whistle. And how do you know what a fucking warp whistle is?
Yeah, and I love how warping automatically gave Jimmy a boost of points too.
Oh, yeah.
Which that shouldn't have worked.
That doesn't fucking happen.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
And getting the star at the end gives him like an automatic 50,000 points, which allows him to win the tournament.
How? Why?
Yeah, because it doesn't. It gives you like 2,000.
Yeah, you got to knock off a bunch of enemies before you get that.
Yeah,
You don't just double dragon it with
See,
50,000. Like,
I can understand that if you at this like video Armageddon thing, I can understand that the points would be set up differently, that there would be like hidden things that if you got a warp whistle or whatever the equivalent would be now on a brand new game, that there would be something in there that'd be like you get extra points for that.
So the points we were seeing were from the game plus whatever the judges were awarding as bonus points, or what they predetermined was.
Yeah, exactly.
Was
Like the
extra
programming or whatever would
Yeah.
be like, okay, well, if this person manages to do this because that's a big cheat or
A big
whatever, big get, yeah, then that kind of thing. Like that's the way that I looked at it. Is it's basically like the judges or whatever, the people that predetermined the point system earlier.
Yeah. I'm an apologist for this movie, and I think the writers didn't know what the video game was.
Oh, okay.
To be fair,
They
though,
had that cool little knight thing that they had running across the
Yeah.
screen.
Which has nothing to do with Mario whatsoever.
yeah, you would think it would have been a Koopa.
Yeah, or a Mario.
Yeah. Or like
fun.
Toadstool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's his name, isn't it?
So to be fair, I mean,
Princess Toadstool, yeah. Or Toad.
What, okay.
they had to custom design that score screen because that was obviously not a part of anything. And then when they were filming it, Nintendo was like, well, okay, they probably had the armored truck bring down the one cartridge.
Yeah.
You know, you had a guy with white gloves that handled it and ever so delicately blew into the cartridge before
Thank you.
and then into the console itself, right? You know, he had brushed his teeth moments before, careful rinse just to not get anything.
He'd been to the dentist earlier.
He's been in the dent. He's been completely security cleared. Armed guards to bring the new games that had not been released yet, right? So as they're filming it, now they got to reconcile and put these two
Yeah, got
together,
the suitcase
right?
like the nuclear football.
Like it is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the armored car in the
Yeah.
secret in the armed guards, right? So
Oh, my God.
You had 2 lines of 6 heavily armed guards with MK7s, you know. Just
Yeah,
walking
Yeah,
in
with
there.
the guy with the suitcase actually handcuffed. to him.
absolutely.
Handcuffed
What-
to him, yeah.
Yep.
Oh my God, that's an amazing imagery.
They have 2 keys, you know.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the same.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
Punch in each individual code and the thing comes up. It's awesome.
So that right, because it was a new game, so now you have to put the two together, and of course, computers being what they were, they would have had to work day and night to make just the score screen look like it belonged there. So I think they're just like, this character named Jimmy wins, just make it look dramatic. So now they're just like, all right, well, we'll make this thing go this way, and that'll be behind, and then he'll get a boost and whatever. And then some poor schmoes in the editing room cutting tape going, well, I guess this will make sense that he got 50,000 off the star. You know? Even though by then it had been weeks later, or, you know what I mean? He's like, I know that doesn't happen, but fuck, I didn't direct this goddamn piece of shit,
I'm getting scale, motherfucker. I don't care.
Jerry's early beginnings as an editor before he gets
As
into
an
special
editor.
effects. Yeah.
Oh man.
And the one other thing I noticed is dramatic music in the 90s, especially in kids' movies, required 3 instruments. Electric guitar,
Oh, yeah.
digital drums,
Of course.
and the pan flute.
Yep.
You always had that thing in the background, that kind of horn. I don't know if it's a pan flute, but it fucking sounded like a pan flute.
Go back and watch any Karate Kid movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a pan flute.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, after the tournament's over, this movie ends.
Oh, yeah. You
Because all that family bullshit and all the dinosaur shit we talked about earlier, fuck it. I turn off the movie at that point.
Yeah, you turn on Super Mario 3.
I turn on Super Mario. Turn on Super Mario Brothers 3. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Screw it. Fuck it. This movie's over. They win. Happy ending. Yay. No sad dead kids anywhere. Bad. No. Nope. Because after that, because seriously, I was in the theater going, I was still fucking like shaking with excitement. Over Super Mario Brothers 3. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about the dead kid for? Get off the screen, you piece of shit, so I can go to the store and get Super Mario Brothers 3, which I got for Christmas that year. So, and trust me, that's all we did that day. And we
I
got
believe.
bikes that year.
Oh, it's in the wintertime.
Yeah, well, exactly, right?
Yeah, you get bikes for Easter in Canada.
Yeah, that's true. No, we got hot pink skateboards. Plastic skateboards, yeah, I know.
Anyway.
It was very quick. I bought an actual Bart Simpson I Carumba skateboard after that. So
Nice. See, now at least you understand a little bit about what happened to me after I saw Star Wars.
yeah, but this died off for me though.
You don't understand what happened to me after I saw Star Wars, apparently, yeah.
Exactly. So just a few things from this movie. During Haley's call to Nintendo for the hotline, the game on his monitor changes from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in a cutscene to a cutscene of Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
Just in between takes, the game just changes magically.
Yeah.
This movie was called Joystick Heroes in Europe. I've seen Joystick Heroes. It's not a kids movie.
Oh.
You can find it on the internet. The sounds made by Lucas's power glove as he's punching in the keys are the famous 5 tones from the Close Encounters of the Third Kind from 1977.
Oh, the like dun dun dun.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the only licensed video game to be played in the movie.
Huh.
It was the only actual Nintendo game.
Aside from
Cartridge?
Super Mario.
No, that wasn't even like a cartridge. That was all pre-taped gameplay. And all the other games were arcade machines. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was the only actual physical cartridge licensed by Nintendo that was actually played in the movie.
Right, that's true, because they had other development studios like Konami and stuff like that were making games for the Nintendo, but...
Yep, well,
so
Teenage Mutant Ninja is Konami.
Yeah.
Yep. Opened in December of 1989 between 2 very famous movies, Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's.
Oh, yeah.
And followed up the next week with Turner and Hooch. Came out the same year, so around the same time. So as always on this show, we try to find the real story behind the story, Mark.
Well, the obvious, or is it the most expensive commercial ever made?
yeah. Well, one of at the time, yeah.
Yeah. At least in 1989, you bet your bottom dollar.
Yep.
Yeah, because unlike our podcast, this whole movie sponsored by Nintendo. You know?
Yeah.
Introducing the new Power Glove. You know. So before I get into my other, or is it? Since Tex, you invoked Contra, I will say nothing but up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start. Thank you.
Yes.
And that's how you get way more than 50,000 points on that game.
Yeah.
So my other, or is it the story of a young boy who would later grow up to look like Jack Nicholson and be liberated by a large native man who then flies over the cuckoo's nest? I don't think that kid was done being weird, is all I'm saying.
Or is it an advertisement for future movies that will be made movies that'll be made from video games that will also suck?
There you go. Double Dragon, Mario Brothers,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah. Okay.
I mean, not the first generation, the second generation.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the other Teenage
Turtles
Mutant
2,
Ninja Turtles in
Secret
a
of the Use.
long time, but...
Day 2.
oh, God.
I have it as, or is it the 96-minute commercial for Hostess, Universal Studios, and some small video game company I've never heard of.
That was like big, huge plugs all the way through.
Yeah.
Like,
God, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't get a closer in on whoever the biker gang was, just so they could get in on the ad action.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
You join our gang for $49.95. You know what I mean?
Call our gang hotline.
Gang hotline. Yeah. That must have done big business though for the Nintendo Power Hotline. It had to have.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because if you didn't it wasn't like the internet was around to spread all of this information. And if you didn't know about it, you didn't know about it. And then you go to the movies about a video game, and all of a sudden, what? We can do that? We can just call and get help?
Yeah. That's going to about do it for The Wizard. I'm Sean Taylor.
I'm Tex.
And I mean Mark.
Join us next time when we'll take a look at the story of 2 brothers and their sister who discover a portal in their closet that magically takes them to the kissing capital of the world. Get out your Turkish Delight for The Chronicles of Sarnia.